Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Ivy at the 2 with Thompson at the 3. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Cunningham in at the 1 spot. And for Houston, Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt. Brooks and Smith make up the 2 forwards. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Grant, a look into the future of the NBA tonight. These are 2 of the brightest young teams in the league.
You know, when it's all said and done, B.A., these are squads that I expect to eventually play for titles. I mean, the talent is there. And, of course, it's all about gaining experience and gelling as a team.
Here we go. And it's the Pistons to start out. Cunningham against Van Vliet. Now Cunningham. To the inside. Here's Duren. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Cunningham against Van Vliet. Şengün, the screen. Down low. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Detroit with the ball. Cunningham on the wing. First quarter of play, a minute in. And here's Ivy from the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
What a quick trigger. Ivy has it, and now he doesn't. What a release.
Well, you look at the length and athleticism of this young Pistons roster, Grant. Quite the foundation.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, those are things you can't teach. So the rate at which this new-look coaching staff develops that will determine just how quickly they can deliver on that innate capability.
Just 3 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And it's Brooks missing. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Ivy passes to Cunningham. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Green against Ivy. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Now here's Smith. Van Vliet on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
And the defense is all over Van Vliet inside. But he sticks with it and wins a trip to the line for his efforts.
Well, after finishing tied for last in the West last year, Clark, Houston is looking for a turn of events.
You know, 13 guys on last year's roster, BA, with 3 years of experience or less. But this summer, Houston bringing in some good vets, headlined by Fred Van Vliet, and they're looking to compete at a much higher level.
Yeah, well, Ivy is working towards being a consistent three-point scorer, and the results speak for themselves.
Green finds Brooks. To the middle. Here's Şengün, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Working that pick and roll action superbly. Şengün knows exactly where he needs to be.
Here's Ivy. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. And he comes up with a bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Well, Greg, given the proud history of the Pistons, the teens were an especially rough decade for them.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much went right for them. But I'll say this for Detroit fans, they never give up on their team. It's as faithful a fan base as you'll find.
Now here's Green, and stolen by Cunningham. Got a piece of it. Brooks from outside. Can't hit that one. The Pistons leading. To Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Ivey passes to Duren. Stewart, right side. The three. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Smith inside. He's against Stewart. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist by Green.
For a guy who's 6'10", Smith's tight handle is impressive.
There's Cunningham with a three. And again, the Pistons missing. And Brooks has got the ball here for Houston. They trail by 6. Pass to Şengün. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. Thompson in the post. Brooks defending. Here's Stewart. Cunningham outside. And again, the Pistons missing. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Brooks outside. Pass to Şengün. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Ivey finds Thompson. Cunningham outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the line. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And that one's good. Green.
Hey, this team has great confidence in Green's ability to connect from deep. It's really about getting him quality looks.
Now here's Ivey. He has 6. 40 seconds left in the first quarter here. Ivey a screen on Brooks. Back to Ivey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ivey's got 8.
And just active inside. Ivey's a guard who's more at home around the hoop, not the three-point line.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Outside for Green. Pass to Smith. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Hey, we know Smith has an excellent outside stroke, but I like to see him attacking, getting down low and doing some work inside.
Cunningham outside. Over Van Vliet. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. The Pistons on top. They lead by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
They've got Thompson. Whitmore is out there with Jeff Green. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Well, Grant, Amen Thompson is proof there are more routes than ever to get to the league.
I mean, he and his twin brother, Asar, coming through overtime elite. A different path for both high lottery picks, and it worked out for them both.
Here's Whitmore. To the wing on the left. Wiseman against Şengün. Pass to Green. Thompson scanning the floor. Back to Green. Over Fournier. That one's good from Green. And the assist by Thompson. And the Rockets lead by 2. Cunningham against Thompson. Inside. Here's Wiseman. And it's Wiseman with the jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Making some changes. Dylan Brooks checked in for Green. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. The Pistons making a switch here. And VanVleet has got the ball here for the Rockets. Thompson outside. Back to VanVleet. Here's the pick. Pass to Şengün. Thompson outside. Lets it go from deep. Detroit with a rebound. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Ivy outside. Şengün against Wiseman. Oh, look at Wiseman. All the tools inside. Grant, you had a terrific mid-range game. It feels like more players are going back to that now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, B.A. The analytics say dunks and three-pointers. But that makes your offense almost just two-dimensional. In many cases, too predictable. You're seeing more and more players, particularly the elite ones, finding comfort in the mid-range.
Pass to Brooks. From the arc. Sinks it from distance. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Pistons have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Fontecchio. Thompson with it. Checked by Brooks. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Grant, plenty of guys show up to the league, accomplished athletes. Ausar Thompson is no exception.
Yeah, I mean, he and his twin brother Amin both possess elite explosiveness, B.A. At 6'7" and a 7-foot wingspan, all the tools to succeed and the work ethic to make it happen.
Stewart, he's checked in for the Pistons. 13 feet out, and it's Brooks missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. To the paint. Here's Wiseman. It's rebounded by Şengün. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham was the Pistons' #1 overall pick in 2021, but he knows recognition comes with success. He said, nobody will care until you're winning. I think that's the next step for us. We're trying to take that challenge. It's us versus everybody. Brian, the Pistons, a young and scrappy team, are embracing the challenge.
Yes, they are. Thanks, Allie. So it's Detroit now, after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Cunningham against VanVleet, and it's Cunningham missing. The Rockets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Brooks finds Şengün. Here's Whitmore. Stewart defends. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Thompson outside. Pass to Stewart. And here's Ivy for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ivy's got 11 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
1:56 left to play in the first half. Ivy against Green. Pulls it from the top of the key, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When you try to check Green in pick and roll action, You've got to stop him first.
Pass to Sasser. Stewart, a screen on Van Vliet. From 12 feet, basket counts. Sasser's got his first points of the game. Here's Van Vliet. Well, Grant, the Rockets finished at the bottom of the Western Conference for 3 straight seasons and got some high draft picks as a result.
And B.A., no one likes losing, but Houston has to be happy with the talented young prospects they've been able to select. It'll be interesting to watch their growth as individuals and as a team. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Cunningham's checked in for the Pistons. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Stewart. Jacks up a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Smith outside. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Van Vliet on the wing. Clock at 6. Back to Green. 3-pointer. Oh, Jalen Green with the sweet stroke.
Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3-ball. Payback right at you. Great response.
To the right side. 3-pointer, Stewart. The Rockets pull it in. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Smith with it. Back to Van Vliet. Picked by Smith. Inside. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Smith's got 6 points.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Here's Cunningham. No good from 11 feet. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Rockets on top. They're up by 2. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Monty Williams, and Coach, certainly some areas to correct moving forward. What have you seen so far?
We had a few breakdowns on defense. We got to recognize personnel. We've given up a few open shots to guys we talked about. We'll be better as we go forward. We got to get out and run, but our defense will help us run more.
It all starts on D. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You got to like what Jaden Ivey has done in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Monty Williams, 5. Cunningham and Ivy are the backcourt pair. Isaiah Stewart out there with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And talking about Jabari Smith, a talented young forward with a bright future, Clark.
Really excited about his future because he does everything smoothly and easily. Good IQ. I think he just needs to add a little strength to really optimize what he has in his package.
Now here's Van Vliet. Smith passes to Brooks. Back to Smith. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. About a minute played here in the second half. On the wing, Brooks. Smith against Stewart. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Green. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists now in the game.
Sometimes Green just makes it look so easy.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Duren, the pass to Ivy. Back to Duren. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
To the wing, right side. Stewart against Smith. That one goes. Count it. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
There you see the focus from Smith Jr. Defense a little tight and snug, but still able to get it done.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Cunningham. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Cunningham. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. No good from 11 feet. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995, the Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, B.A., I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Now here's Ivy. 11 points in the game. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Fred VanVleet went from undrafted to an NBA All-Star. He said, quote, individually, there's still a lot left I want to get done, but trying to chase that next championship is what I'm locked in on. That feeling trumps anything I've ever done in my life. Besides my kids, that's right up there as far as personal journeys and accomplishments. Brian?
Yeah, he's got it in the right order. Thanks, Allie. Houston has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Shoots over Thompson. And there's Şengün on the assist by Brooks. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Pistons trailing. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Whitmore's checked in for Şengün.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Rockets. Pass to Sasser.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Duren. Count it. Give him 8 points now. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Here's Whitmore. Brooks a screen on Stewart. To the middle. Missed inside.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
Pass to Ivy. Here's Sasser, guarded by VanVleet. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
And look at the vertical of Ivy. He really gets up fast to throw it down.
Here's Whitmore. Here's Smith. And here's Van Vliet. And the layup is good. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Just a remarkable effort from Van Vliet. Exceptional at maintaining his concentration on these challenging shots.
Ivey against Brooks. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Out to the right wing. Back to Van Vliet. To the inside. Pass to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. And a missed layup.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Ivey with the ball. Guarded by Smith. Here's Thompson. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Smith with it. The kick out to Van Vliet. Second chance shot. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Pistons shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. They've got Whitmore, Aaron Holiday out there with Thompson. Then it's Green, and it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Now here's Holiday to the inside, outside for Green. Sinks the tray.
Beautiful setup. You see right there, Alperen Şengün. His game isn't all about power.
And the Pistons with possession here. Outside Fournier. Here's Fontecchio. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Fontecchio's got his first 3 points of the game. Thompson right side. The 3. Detroit with a rebound. Wiseman's got 4 rebounds now. Holiday's over to help. Here's Fontecchio. Another 3 for Detroit.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Pass to Whitmore. Cunningham against Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Cunningham. Good work defensively by Wiseman.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Now Cunningham. Wiseman, a screen on Thompson. Cunningham passes to Wiseman. The open shot, Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
Here's Green. Ooh, hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Here's Wiseman. Yeah, that's where he shines. Wiseman throws down the dunk.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Amen. I mean, he was just gone.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Leading by 5. Detroit calls timeout. new group getting ready for the Pistons. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And Stewart over to help. Smith passes to Şengün. Brooks from outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Ivy with the ball. Green picks him up. Here's Cunningham. Smith with the rebound. Houston has got 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Brooks. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. And now just a 3-point Pistons lead.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Pass to Duran. And that one hits the back iron.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Smith passes to Green. Cunningham with some nice D. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. And again, the Pistons missing. The Rockets have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Smith. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Now here's Brooks. Back to Şengün. There's the double with Thompson. They get it back. Detroit has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. And it's Cunningham missing.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Brooks finds Şengün. Shoots over Duran. And there's Şengün on the assist by Brooks.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
Over to the wing. Ivy outside to stop the drought. The putback. It's good on the... Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Van Vliet against Cunningham. Van Vliet misses. Detroit has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
And this is who you want at the line. Cunningham showing what true leadership is all about.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Van Vliet, pass to Smith. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Cunningham against Van Vliet. Duran, the screen. To the paint. Şengün with a steal. Right wing. Here's Smith. Oh, he nails it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 1. 52 seconds left in the fourth. Ivy finds Stewart. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is. Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Şengün, a screen on Ivy. Green, the pass to Şengün. It falls!
And that is a gigantic shot from Alperen Şengün, showing he can be counted on in the clutch.
Cunningham looking it over. Ivy outside. Stewart, screen on Green. Here's Ivy. Here he goes. Money!
And you're never going to see Jaden Ivey back down from a big shot. He wants the ball in his hands in those moments.
Timeout call. Houston. They trail by 1. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. You've got to stop the clock any way possible and hope the alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Oh, he missed it!
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout call. Houston. They trail by 3. 5 ticks left to play in the 4th. All right, guys, what do you think?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a 3. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Brooks from outside.
Oh, baby!
He gets it! Wow!
That's a big-time shot by a big-time player. Now, they asked him for a 3, and he delivered.
Yes, he did. A clutch shot, and really what I like, guys, there was no hesitation. He shot it freely and with confidence. As a result, we're headed to overtime.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Well, 4 quarters were enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Ivy at the 2 with Thompson at the 3. Durant out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. And Şengün gets it to go.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Ivy. Back to Thompson. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Şengün, the screen. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And here they come. Here's Ivy. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
The Pistons trailing. Thompson passes to Ivy. Stewart against Smith. Here's Cunningham. Cash money from 16 feet away.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Pass to Şengün. Smith outside. Smith with a screen on Cunningham. Van Vliet finds Smith. Over Cunningham. Smith no good. The Pistons have gotten one shot to fall out of 3 in OT. Stolen by Van Vliet. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. And stolen by Cunningham. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And Cade glides in for the transition finish.
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation.
Smith passes to Şengün, and the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Cunningham against Van Vliet. To the middle. And he buries it.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
On the wing, Brooks. Defended by Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul. At the line for your Rockets.
He gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
A spot Şengün wants to work at. We'll see if he's got that clutch gene working for him. Those free throws were must-haves, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game now.
Now here's Cunningham. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Outside for Brooks. Fires the 3. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
And that's a gigantic shot from Brooks. His teammates knows he wants to come up clutch, and he did.
Duren, pass to Ivy. Here's Cunningham. He can't get it to go. Green with the defensive effort. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2.
Well, Smith is fairly consistent from the line. I mean, he could pull this off.
Timeout called, the Pistons. They're down by 2. 17 seconds left to play in overtime. 17 seconds left in the OT period. Cunningham against Van Vliet. Cunningham, left side. Here's Duren. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
In BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. Last but not least, here is your New Balance Player of the Game, Alperen Şengün.